हे दोस्तों, वेलकम टू अपना कम्युनिटी। ये वो जगह है जहां आप अपने असली पोटेंशियल को एक्सप्लोर कर सकते हैं। देखो, सबके पास स्किल्स होते हैं, पर क्या आपके अंदर वो स्पार्क है जो आपको कामयाबी की ऊंचाइयों तक ले जा सकता है? अगर आप सोच रहे हैं जॉब चेंज करने के लिए, लेकिन रेज्यूमे सेलेक्ट नहीं हो रहा, या फिर इंग्लिश में इंटरव्यू देना थोड़ा चैलेंजिंग लग रहा है, तो फिक्र मत कीजिए। यहाँ हम हैं आपके साथ, आपको सपोर्ट करने के लिए। अपना कम्युनिटी में आपको मिलेगी बेहतरीन कम्युनिटीज, जहां आप अपने प्रोफेशनल स्किल्स को सुधार सकते हैं। चाहे आप एक्सेल, टैली, जीएसटी में माहिर बनना चाहें, या फिर आप खुद एक ब्यूटिशियन या डिजाइनर हैं, तो यहां आप अपने काम को शोकेस करके दूसरों को टिप्स एंड ट्रिक्स देते हुए आगे बढ़ सकते हैं। अपना कम्युनिटी में आपको मिलेगा मेंटर्स का एक खजाना और बड़े इन्फ्लुएंसर्स का साथ, जो आपको हर कदम पर 1-to-1 गाइड करेंगे। यहां आप ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं अपने फील्ड या इंडस्ट्री स्पेसिफिक ग्रुप्स, जहां आपको ऐसे कई लोग मिलेंगे जिनसे सीख के आप वो गलती ना करें जो वो कर चुके हैं। ऐसे लोगों की जिन्होंने स्टार्ट किया था एज एग्जीक्यूटिव्स एंड आर नाउ सक्सेसफुल मैनेजर्स इन देयर डोमेन्स, जो आपको आगे बढ़ाने में मदद करेगा। यहां आपको मिलेगा वो सही डायरेक्शन जो आपकी करियर को नेक्स्ट लेवल ले जाएगा। तो लेट्स अनलॉक योर पोटेंशियल टुगेदर। अपना कम्युनिटी में ज्वाइन करें और अपने सपनों की ऊंचाइयों तक पहुंचने का सफर शुरू करें।
Hey guys, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining today. So I hope all of you can hear me. So we'll be starting today's session now. If you're attending these sessions for the first time, I'd like to start with a quick introduction. As part of Apna Community Exclusives in partnership with QFIS, a webinar series that we have been conducting for past couple of months. We host these sessions every day, 7 p.m. on weekdays, Monday to Friday, 7 p.m. and between 3 to 5 p.m. on weekends, Saturday and Sunday, between 3 to 5 p.m. So we cover a variety of topics like data analytics, Gen AI, spoken English, resume creation, technical skills, etc. So the main objective of these events is to help you grow professionally and help in the advancement of your career and get better jobs. So today's topic is about data analytics. We have Shubhanshi here. To give you a quick introduction about her, she's an analyst with American Express. She's a data scientist with a visionary approach and a strong passion for data science. She has more than 3+ years of experience in this field with solid academic prep, holding a master's degree in applied statistics and a bachelor in mathematics. She also has several years of experience in mentoring freshers and also college-going students. Thank you so much, Shubhanshi, for joining us today. Before I hand it over to you, a quick reminder, guys, if you have any questions at any time, please use the chat box. You can drop it and we'll periodically check. We'll also allow you to unmute yourselves at some time when there is a break we are taking. आपको कभी भी किसी वक्त पे कोई भी सवाल हो, आप चैट बॉक्स पे डाल सकते हैं, चैट का इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं। बीच हम इसका जवाब देते रहेंगे। आपको अनम्यूट करने का भी मौका दिया जाएगा सवाल पूछने के लिए। So without any further ado, Shubhanshi, handing it over to you.
Sure. Thank you so much, Siddharth, for the introduction, and thank you everyone for joining in. Thanks a lot for especially joining on Sunday noon. So I'll quickly share my screen. Let me know if it's visible to everyone. Siddharth, can you please give me a heads up whether my screen is visible?
Yes, yes.
Is it? Okay. Okay then. So we'll start with our session today, and these are the topics that we are going to cover in our session. For the ease, I'm going to speak in English and Hindi both, so that everybody is comfortable. Okay. So, sorry.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, I'll start. So these are the topics that we're going to cover. That what are the power of AI tools, universality of analytics, focus on marketing analytics. So because we will be saying that analytics can be covered on various domains. So the very specific domain that we'll be covering would be marketing analytics. Then what is the importance of marketing analytics and the crucial role of AI. Then we'll end up with conclusion. Later, we'll be having Q&A sessions. Please feel free to come up with your questions either at the last or guys, can you please keep yourself on mute if you don't have any questions? So let's start with why do we need analytics? In a couple of last few years, majorly in last 5 years, guys, could you please keep yourself on mute? Okay, I'll again start. So in a past 5 years, majorly in last 5 years, we've been hearing a lot about analytics, data science, artificial intelligence. What has happened that we are in a need of all these technologies or all these domains? Why is it so much essential for us? And did it not exist in the past? And what is the future of analytics at the same time? So even in the past, it did exist, but people used to solve those kind of problems either with their intuitions or just very rule-based methods. But with this Python coming into picture, technology with the huge data and cloud, all of these technologies have helped the organizations to deal with these technologies at very ease. So now when you have data, you can manage data in terabytes. You have platforms, you also need the strategies. So to build up with a strategy with such large data, you need analytics. Analytics, it can help you to analyze the data that is already stored in your system and come up with a conclusion or quick fixes that maybe these are the action items that we can perform. So for example, let's say I have a data stored in my database that in previous months or in previous years, I have sold my products X number of times in the month of May, in the month of June, July, August, so on and so forth. Now, if you want to forecast that what will be the forecast in next year, so you can leverage that data, come up with an insight that so that you can be prepared with the workforce, you can be prepared with the number of products that you have to sell, and you can earn profit. So you don't only have an intuition-based results, but also strong intuitive data supporting results. That is in a very layman language, that's how you can understand why do we need analytics. So to understand the formal definition, analytics is essential for making informed decisions, optimizing performance, and gaining a competitive edge. It provides insights into customer behavior. When we say customer behavior nowadays, big organizations like Amazon, Netflix, they all are realizing and they all are analyzing your purchasing patterns at the same time. So you might have seen whenever you click on a t-shirt, you get a similar recommendation of a pant as well. Maybe because they've analyzed the past behavior of a customer, that if somebody is buying a white collar t-shirt or a blue collar t-shirt, they happen to buy a navy blue color pant as well. So this is something that you can relate with. It provides insights into customer behavior, risk management, very important in the banking sectors, efficient resource allocations, analytics. It also underpins personalized marketing, aids in forecasting, and measures success while fostering a culture of continuous improvement in organizations. So in nutshell, it also helps in personalization. So for example, if I'm doing a marketing, I know you as a customer, you've happened to click on apna.com, or you are looking for jobs as of now. And then we as a marketing organization can target you because we know you have clicked on our website like n number of times, been on our website for maybe 2 minutes or more than 2 minutes. So for us, you would be a potential customer, or anybody, even for a like a retail shop, like let's say Lenskart. So if Lenskart would target their customers, like if somebody is clicking on their Vincent Chase, on their spectacles, what are the specification of spectacles? If a customer is more than like a 1 minute or 2 minute, this threshold can vary from an organization to organization. That is how people can consider that this customer can be a potential customer, and I can send them marketing offers. Because even in sending marketing offers, a lot of back-end money is gone for the company as well. So it's important to make an informed decision. Now let's move to what is analytics. Just what we discussed, like data is stored, you have to analyze, interpret it, and then give a visualization or a quick fix to an organization. That is what an analytics is. Just getting the data, analyzing it, visualize, publish, and consume. This is a whole life cycle that you can understand what analytics is all about. It is analytics, and let's go to the very formal definition. It's a process of collecting, analyzing, and interpreting data to gain insights and make informed decisions. It involves various techniques and tools. So now, to get the data, to analyze the data, to publish the data, there are different tools and techniques that we can go into deeper. If you want, we can discuss like which tools are important, which are used in industries as standards nowadays. But these are all the steps that you follow while you are doing an analytical project. Let's move to now. Many of you would be coming across these chat GPT, Gemini
Excuse me.
Pro. Yeah. Tell
So
me.
are you going to give your definitions? The way you represent the definitions was very good. I felt really impressed. So can I get this? Can we all get the slides, or shall we take the pics of it?
Yeah. Please feel free to do that, and we can also send slides across maybe in the end. Don't worry about that.
So it is possible, right? You're gonna send the slides so that I'll be in the session more interactive, more understandable.
Okay. We'll try to do that. Yes. Maybe Siddharth, can you answer that question, please?
Yeah, you'll get a recording of the session in the link that I've just shared, and also we'll send across the slides to the admin who can pass it on to you.
Okay, then it's superb. Then thank you, Siddharth.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so nowadays we've been hearing about Gemini Pro, we've been hearing about ChatGPT, and many of you might even come across the question that with everything being solved on ChatGPT or Gemini Pro or these generative AI platforms, why do we still need getting into the basics of analytics, or why do we still need to learn tools that can help us, let's say SQL or Excel or Python or Tableau or Power BI? These are all tools that I was talking about, that industry on basics level they use. So see, these platforms can surely help us in coming up with an approach or for an ease, but when it comes on customization, there has to be a very domain specific. So let's say if you're working for a banking sector and you want to identify which customer would be defaulting in next 1 year or next 1 month or 2 months, there are data privacy issues that you cannot feed in your company's data into the open source chat GPT or Gemini Pro, so on and so forth. So customization is also very important, which cannot be done with the help of chat GPT in organizations as of now. They are trying to leverage it, but there are some constraints and compliance issues. Again, if you have to customize your code, let's say you're working on getting the data, if you are working on making a code or analytical strategy, so that is very domain specific. You need to understand what is for retail organization, it can differ. For logistic organization, for banking organization, all the thresholds can differ. So it depends on an organization to organization first. That is why it is also important to understand the significance of AI in depth along with its usage in the organization. So it's mentioned that you can use these AI for innovation and advancement, ethical considerations, reducing risk, competitive advantages, optimize AI utilization, so on and so forth. Now, this is again what we discussed on the power of AI tools. You can use them leveraging AI tools like ChatGPT, but customization and innovation along with your domain specific objective is very important. So leveraging AI tools like ChatGPT enhances efficiencies, provide 24/7 availability, ensures consistency, but then you also need to foster innovations and customization. So for that, it is important for you to know the basics. Just like it's very important for us to know ABCD, and that's how we can frame the paragraphs. So ChatGPT can surely write a paragraph for you, but unless we do not know how to get into the basics, it would be hard for us to even interpreting those results that has been generated by generative AI. Then these are the steps that are involved in any analytical project or any data science project. One more thing I would like to add, this is how I frame data science or AI in my language. It's more of a combination of three things: statistics, mathematics, and computer science. As long as an individual is good with all these three skills or is in a process of learning these three skills, uh, an individual is a complete ready analytical person or a data science person. So it is very important for you to focus on these three topics: computer science, statistics, and mathematics. Not necessarily you have to get into the deep concepts of real algebra. I know these words can be but very high, like out of the way for people, those who have not done mathematics or statistics in their bachelor's or master's. But you don't have to go into real analysis, complex analysis, linear algebra, but the basics should be very clear. For example, how to fit in an equation, how to get the data, or like how to solve right hand side with LHS. We all have done these mathematical induction problems in our 8th, 9th classes. So that's important. Coming back to this slide, it is like you 4 steps: problem solving, data exploration. It should be very clear what is the objective of our project. For example, Amazon has a project. Amazon has a problem statement that they want potential customers to be targeted for their campaign. That is their problem statement. So they will first find out who all have visited their website in last 6 months. That is their data exploration. Data acquisition would be, they'll find out trends, they'll do some data cleaning, they'll see how many are null values. There can be a lot of missing data as well. They can, along with one customer, they cannot be all the columns presented. I hope you're with me, everyone. So like in Amazon, there have been more than 1,000 variables for one customer. So imagine me as a customer can be having more than 1,000 matrices to be observed. So in the third step, they kind of do some data cleaning steps. Then they come up with modeling. Modeling is more of predictive analytics, machine learning, deep learning. All of these are few advanced techniques that are used to suggest what will happen in the future. This is more of predictive analytics at the 4th step. And 5th is evaluation. This is more of prescriptive analytics, where we are suggesting now we have done the predictions, what you should be doing of those predictions. So this is whole chart that you cover for your data analytical project. Along with it, as it's mentioned over here, while you are scoping out a problem, it is important for you to know why we are doing it, what is the problem statement, who are we solving it for, and where it will be utilized. So this is a whole project cycle for any of the analytical project. Then it is also important for us to know it's not domain restricted, that we've been talking about. It can be used in marketing, logistics again. So recognizing that analytics is not domain restricted is pivotal, because it allows data driven insights and problem solving to be applied universally across different industries, fostering innovations, cross domain discoveries, and competitive advantages while enabling efficient data driven decision makings. It's also very important nowadays to understand these decisions based on analytics are leveraged in healthcare. Very, very famous problem statement, if you people have come across, whether a person can be will be diagnosed with cancer or not. This is one of the major healthcare problem statement if you've ever come across analytical projects on websites. So this is one of the classification problem. You can stop me if it is going very uh, diverted to your basic understanding. I know we wanted to keep this basics, but yes, this is one of the major important classification problem statement, where we want to understand whether a patient can be diagnosed with cancer or not. So this is how important analytics is playing a crucial role nowadays in our lives. So these are the few domains that we where we can use: business and finance, healthcare. In healthcare, we were talking about patient diagnosis and treatment optimization, drug discovery and clinical trials, monitoring patient outcomes, and hospital operations. Then again, marketing and e-commerce. So you analyze customer behavior, you do A/B testing for your marketing campaigns, price optimization for demand forecasting, recommender system. Netflix, it's very, very, very useful in it, and it's very well utilizing the recommender system. Anybody who's interested to know how these recommendations are done, please go through this Netflix recommendation system problem statement. Maybe you can use Kaggle for it. Then supply chain and logistic. We have a lot of industries like FedEx, Delivery, Blue Dart, Ecom Express. These organizations are using data tremendously, and they're optimizing their solutions at the same time. So now coming back to marketing analytics. Any questions so far? I would just want to stop and ask any questions. Okay. Let's just go back to the marketing analytics then. So marketing analytics is a process of gathering, analyzing, and interpreting data to access the effectiveness of the marketing campaigns. It helps business understand customer behavior, measure campaign performance, and optimize strategies for improved ROI. When we say ROI, it means return on investment. Through data-driven insights, it refines targeting and enhances. So basis these marketing techniques, you can also analyze whether a person is your customer is a growing customer, or is just flat. Their trend is just flat. You can make an informed decision whether you want to retain the customer, you want to invest in retaining him or her, or you want to be let as is. Because it is also very important to retain the customers. As per a Pareto's law, it is said that your 20% of the your 80% of the revenue comes from top 20% of your customers. So it is also important to analyze who all are your top 20 to 30% of the customers, those who are involving into your revenue. Then do you want to keep rest of the remaining 70 to 80% of the customers? How much of the energy do you want to spend on them? Do you want to retain them? Do you want to do more of marketing campaigns on them, or just let them as is? So it's important for you to realize those matrices. Why? I think we've covered those topics a lot, but if you want to go into the technical definition, marketing analytics answers the why by providing data driven insights necessary to improve marketing strategies, target audience effectively, and achieve a higher interest on return on investment. It's vital tool for understanding customer behavior, optimizing campaigns, and staying competitive in the dynamic marketing industry. Then these are critical marketing analytics roles that the whole team plays. The team can be working on the strategies. Then we also come across with influencers. It is also important to collab with people so that your product is getting popularity. Data scientists, data science and data analyst. There's a one major difference. Data analysis works analysts, they work on quick fixes. uh, they just get the data, publish it, and utilize it, and then consume it. In a way, they get the data, analyze it, and do the quick fixes, because business cannot be waiting for months or so. Whereas a data scientist, they work on predictive analytics, which is like machine learning algorithm. Cleaning the data and building a model, it takes good amount of energy and time. So like 70% of the time of a data scientist goes into cleaning the data, analyzing the basic trends, basic patterns of the data. So uh, basically, when you're talking about data science, it's more of a technical kind of a role. Analyst, it is a mixture of techno managerial, where you're also giving insights and you're working on the technical aspects also. Data engineering, it's more of building a pipeline. People, those who work more majorly on cloud, AWS, GCP, Google Cloud platforms, Microsoft Azure, these are all cloud platforms. Some companies, they also have their own platforms. And then solution designing. Real world applications and benefits would be cost reduction, personalization, continuous improvement, competitive advantage, efficient risk management, customer insights. You get to forecast, performance measurements, so on and so forth. There have been amazing and tremendous benefits of analytics into marketing domain. Now, how AI technologies are indispensable in marketing. So, as we've already discussed, AI and machine learning, deep learning, they can help you with coming up with more predictions. Not only you can just give the data, uh, you just don't have to analyze and just quick fixes, but you can also tell what can be a preventive action that you can do for your future. These are some real-based examples that you can consider. We were talking about Netflix recommendation systems, Amazon product recommendation, email marketing, chatbots for customer support. These are all done by natural language processing. Again, a very crucial role that is covered by AI. It is done as natural language processing, NLP. Fifth is predictive lead scoring, social media sentiment analysis. You also get to know the feedback of your product after doing a sentimental analysis. This can be done again with text analytics, which is called as NLP, natural language processing, then dynamic pricing. So these are all the real based example that you can touch base upon. Leverage platforms like Kaggle, leverage platforms like HackerRank if you want to get along with your technical skills. And then before moving on to the conclusion, we discussed a lot about what is analytics, where it can be used, why it is used, and the importance of AI along with the analytics. So I'll just touch base upon which tools are very necessary for you to have some hands-on as per industry standards. They are Excel. Everyone should be good with Excel or advanced Excel. Then SQL, pick any one database. SQL is comparatively easiest. It's for structured database, tables, rows, and columns. Then go ahead with any one visualization tool, either Power BI or Tableau. And then basics of Python you can start with. If you're a fresher, do start with, you must be having, any organization is expecting you to have a knowledge from basic to intermediate level of all these four tools at least. And then conceptually, you should also be good with statistics, descriptive statistic, what is mean, what is median, what is mode, what is skewness. These are all descriptive statistic topics. So just four things from the tools perspective: Excel, SQL, Python, and Tableau or Power BI. That's your choice. Uh, and then conceptually statistics for minimum if somebody is aiming to be into the analytics domain or start their career as data analyst. Then let me just conclude our presentation, then we can take up few Q&A sessions. Analytics is universally applicable, while marketing analytics enhanced by AI optimize marketing efforts for data-driven success. The synergy of analytics and AI is essential in a rapidly changing landscape, empowering business with insights, efficiency, and competitiveness. So that's all about today's slide. Anybody, if you have any questions, what tools, how can you move, what are the job opportunities, we can discuss upon that. I'll stop sharing my screen. So that's all about today's content. Any questions, anybody, I can take those questions.
Guys, please feel free to use the chat box, or you can also unmute yourselves.
See, I have a question from Mayank. It says applied for data entry job but hasn't got any. I'll also tell you that there are so many job opportunities as of now in India because there have been so many global capability centers that have opened up. Uh, Maybe you just have, if you are keeping yourself updated, then there is this organization which is Sanofi. If I'm not wrong with the pronunciation, Sanofi, they've announced that they'll be expanding their office in Hyderabad, and they're aiming to hire approx 2,500 of colleagues in next 1 year or 2026. So stay updated within organizations which are recently opening up because there will surely be a demand. Plus, be aware of how you are targeting. It is important for you to have a resume. When you are a fresher, be it you're a fresher or a working professional, always aim to have your resume one page. That's the best and the standard practice. If you can summarize everything on one page, that means that you can only focus on the main and major stuff. I see a lot of people coming up with like 2 or 3 pages of resume. That's like a very big no-no. I would suggest try to concise your resume, include keywords, try to reach out, stay active on job portals, and try to reach out people on LinkedIn, and also get aware of what skills are needed for which job profile, and keep yourself updated with the basic questions. Like if somebody is asking, tell me about yourself, what should be answered, what projects you've done, they should be very concise and to the point. So there are few ways that you can enhance your whole interview process. That's how I would say. When you're talking to the HR, it's very important you are highlighting your expertise then and there and your availability. Consider your tell me about yourself question as a clean slate. Whatever you say in tell me about yourself or explain me about yourself, that's like it's going to set up a rhythm for a whole interview or for the whole conversation that you'll be having with the HR. So getting to know these basics, especially in your early stages, it's very important. I'm diploma pass out in CA. I applied for data night, but didn't get any response. I'm done in SQL. SSRS, Power BI tools. Are you okay, Anmol? I get your point, but are you also trying to get along with some projects, maybe with Kaggle or so? Keep applying. There are opportunities. I can see there is Sanofi. There are so many organizations that I can name as of now. But it's also important how you are working on the projects. Just make sure you're not writing projects which are very standards and like maybe a house pricing project is very important, but that project should not look like that you've copied it. I'm also completed project COVID analysis and train. That's great, that's great. Do you have try to build your what do we say, GitHub profile? That's also very important. If you're tagging your GitHub profile, then an individual gets to know that you've done a project. They get to know about your technical skills. So in your resume, do tag your link for the GitHub profile. If you've tagged on it, then just keep on applying. Maybe there might be, you can share your resume, we can look into it, we can look onto the strategies that you're following. There are a number of things that we can look into it, and rest we can just wait upon the market scenarios at the same time. That's all. I don't see any questions. Siddharth, do you see any other questions?
Shubham had raised his hand. Shubham, if you want to unmute yourself. Or you can put it in the chat box also. Guys, apart from that, Shubham, anyone else? We have Shubhanshi here for some time. Please utilize her time. You can ask any questions. You can use the chat box. You can also unmute yourself. Please make use of this opportunity. Shubham, are you able to unmute yourself? Or if not, you can just drop a message. Guys, anyone, any questions? Please utilize this time. Shubhanshi, you can maybe just some general tips on how to apply LinkedIn or something like that for jobs, because a lot of questions I think are coming around jobs and how to apply, where to apply and such. I know you talked about Sanofi. So how do they go to their website or?
Yes, so maybe on LinkedIn, just go to Sanofi India. See, there are so many openings that are coming up daily. Click on set alert. That's how you can get to know that what all new jobs have been posted by Sanofi. So just keep an update, an eye on. Maybe I can show it to you if that's okay. I can share a screen and go to my LinkedIn profile. But then it's important, just set an alert, go to their website, go to their career pages, go even Amex, they've expanded their office in Gurgaon. So go to their website, log into their portal, career pages, LinkedIn, other job portals, even apna.com, you can go. You can go on Naukri. Like other platforms that we have. So reach out to people, send personalized messages. While we are reaching out to people on LinkedIn, it is very important to reach out to them with a specific job requisition ID. Every job has a specific requisition ID. Just messaging randomly that, hey, Can you please refer me? That sometimes does not go very well. So it's important while you're asking for a recommendation from someone, write down a short intro about yourself, along with how can you help that organization with a specific role that you're trying to target, so that while someone is referring you, so for example, if I have to refer someone, I should know what their expertise are. I should know what they can bring on table for an organization. So that's how you can club and send your recommendations or your paragraph on LinkedIn.
That's a good point. So, like that, guys, if you have any questions, please utilize Shubhanshi's experience.
Then it's very, then one more thing that I'll like to add, it's very important to work on your communication skills. How can you really make best use of anyone's time? How do you reach out to the leaders? How do you ask questions is super important. uh, how, what specific questions are to be asked when you are with someone who's working in that domain. Like if I go to my leaders, I need to ensure that I'm utilizing those 10 minutes or 15 minutes that I'm getting. Very targeted questions, that how do we come up with what extra quality they are looking for within a candidate. So perseverance, resilience, these are like very basic ones that they will tell you. But yes, along with technical skills, it's important for you to have good communication skills and good networking skills at the same time. So incorporate intentional networking is super important. That's what I think. So that's all about communication at the same time while you're getting into analytics, because communicating your result is equally important, not only working on the technicalities.
Right. So, guys, any concept related? Shubhanshi covered the entire cycle of a data analytics approach. She touched upon marketing analytics as well. So, anything, anywhere. Yeah. Go on, please. Unmute yourself.
So it's like I'm so interested in marketing, because marketing, and now I'm feeling like, but whether to keep what of the indicator for data analysis, we need indicators, performance indicators to measure.
Yeah.
So whether every domain and every domain has the same kind of indicators for marketing.
No, for every domain, it differs. Like, for example, if you're looking into a retail, there are few matrices that would be similar. Let's say for finance also, for retail, revenue, these are the basic ones: revenue, profit, loss, gross revenue. But if you talk about a retail industry, then what is an average selling price of your product? What is an average transaction value? What is the count of footfall on your store if you have a store as well? But on the other hand, if you talk about a finance domain, it would be important for you to note how many customers have enrolled in last 2 months, or how many have chosen to left the organ to just discard their card, if I talk about a credit card company, for example. So from basic matrices like revenue, profit, these are like quite similar for all the domains. But if especially it's a product domain, but other than that, it may differ from domain to domain.
Okay.
Or the KPIs, some KPIs are surely different from domain to domain.
Okay. Thanks. So like a graduate can enter into the field of analytics and perform in engineering grad, can get into the field of marketing and do this analytics and all the stuff.
Absolutely. There is no barrier or there is no constraint that a graduate cannot get into it. But as I mentioned in my session as well, that's important for an individual to know the basics of maths, statistics, and computer science. So if you're well aware with the concepts of descriptive statistics, good to go. Get along with some basics of linear algebra. Along with that, the tools in computer science, I mentioned that you should be good with basics of Python, SQL, any visualization tool, and advanced Excel. So I've covered up math, stats, and computer science, and in computer science, the tools. So there's no constraint as of now, but yes, you need to be good with subjects.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Any questions? Any concept related, job related? Shubhanshu, we'll just wait for a couple of minutes. If there are no questions, we'll start.
Yeah, no worries. Yes. Guys, please feel free to ask questions. Let's make the best use of time. Let's make the best use of the
There's one more actually I want to ask.
yeah, sure. Let's
Okay, and we can have in digital marketing, we have digital marketing in the digital world. So we have in the kind of a space like website designs and a lot of stuff is there. But I was so not more interested towards all kind of a things, and we know a lot of AI tools that help for us generating those stuff. But I'm not interested in towards really making those stuff. I'm only interested in analytical part. So is there any program or is there anything which I can say that I'm a social media analyst or some kind of work on this particular software is like Google analyst, like Google analyst or some kind of stuff. So is there something which I can go entirely for digital analyst?
Absolutely, absolutely. If you are working for an organization where they do have a website or they're tracking performance, so they might be having some tag on with Google Analytics as well. Google Analytics in itself, they provide a lot of functionality like demographic. I'm sure you might be aware of it. Like you can prepare reports, customize reports. You can look into the bounce rate, CP, click-through rate,
Yes.
all these kind of matrices you can look into, session impressions, you can look for each customers at demographic level. So try to create reports on Google Analytics, make sense out of it. If you can bring up with some insight, that is one. If you're really interested to do a specific course, there are numerous courses available. uh, I don't know if you're asking for a specific course that I can recommend you. I
Yes,
don't.
true. Actually, because the reason is that I'm a guy who studies and do projects on it, and I know I want to have a kind of a LinkedIn profile which is towards my education and my projects in a kind of a manner to really in a kind of a manner.
Okay, I don't know. Maybe there are so many courses available from IIT, IIMs that you can look into. I don't want to vouch for any specific platform over here, but there even on YouTube's, I can suggest you. Let's say there are YouTubers that I really recommend. Sudhanshu and Krish Nayak. They are data scientists. Corey Schoffer, if you want to go for Python. For digital specifically, I don't remember anyone's name, but you can go to their YouTube channels and get a lot of content. Apart from this, maybe you can go to IIM or IIT websites to look for, even ISB, they have this course available for marketing analytics. It's for a 6 months
Okay.
course, online
Oh,
course.
got it. Okay. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I've seen those. I've seen those.
Yeah. So maybe you can leverage those platforms to know what can be helpful for you.
Sure.
Yeah. Apart from that, if you want to do some projects on your own, take the best use of Kaggle, get the data, analyze it. You have the problem statement there. Even you have the solution there, but don't just look at their solution. Uh, Download the data, understand the problem, do your solutioning, and then match the results. So that can also be the best way to learn your problems.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shubhanshu, you talked about courses. I'm just asking some my own. Is there anything that you went through, or it was like I think you already mentioned the YouTubers,
Yes, I did. I did. I mean,
but apart from that, any paid this thing? Did it
see,
help?
my master's course in itself, it was very comprehensive. I did my master's in applied statistics, and then one of my semester, it had minors in data science. So luckily, it helped me, and then I was able to move to my first job. So I did not happen to do, but yes, to keep myself updated, I go through these YouTubers. Krish Nayak, he is doing wonders in generative AI, explaining things with ease, extreme ease. In fact, he has been recognized as one of the top data scientists in top 50 in India.
Oh,
So Krish Nayak, they had this institute iNeuron, but they've
okay, okay. They are
launched.
acquired. Yeah,
Yeah. So that's acquired by physics wala
yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So yes, Krishna, Sudhanshu, Corey, and then there are other foreign YouTubers that you can go ahead with. So, but he kind of explained things with very ease. So yeah, I kind of refer them to stay updated.
That's nice. That's nice. So, guys, is he still active, or is he now
Yeah,
working?
he is super active. Do look out their courses. Do look out their blogs. Read blogs. Read analytics with their Google Scholar. There are so many. There's so much of content available. So many blogs available. Uh, Analytics with there is, I'm sure everybody is aware of. I can't recall of the blog's name that you can really work upon, but yes, uh, try to read. Pick up any topic. Try to read a blog on it, or write on your own also. And many people do this. They post their own content after understanding a certain topic. So write it down, and maybe you will get the opinion of other people, that how are you understanding? Is that appropriate? Is that right or not? So that can also be one way to properly understand. It's like you learn while teaching someone. So that's one way.
Correct, correct. Yeah. Uh, I saw a message. Shubham, you have written, I've done bachelor's in commerce. Is there a question?
Okay.
You can unmute yourself, Shubham, if you want. Or you definitely can use the chat box. I'm assuming the question is because like there's no engineering background or mathematics background. Like how do people map out their journey?
Yes. So, Shubham, I'll again reiterate for you. Then, even if you don't have any, I do.
Sorry, I think yes.
Yeah. Okay. Let me go through it. And mostly talk about you. If you're finding most of the jobs related to telesales, probably because your recommender system is working very similar to it, you need to start looking out for analytical role. Start searching first. Start searching. So if you'll search for analytical roles, you'll get more analytical roles recommendation. Probably in past, you might have searched too much about telesales roles. That is one. That's how any platform, be it LinkedIn, I want to be a manager. That's very great, Shubham. But this is what I'm just telling you. How do you change your whole recommender system? I'm sure you must be using Instagram. So if you keep scrolling a very specific feed, like, what do I say? I'm not on Instagram myself. So uh, take a very specific feed of dancing of a very on a very specific song. So if you are listening that sort of a content for little longer period of a time, then every now and then, maybe every day you'll get 2 feeds recommendation like that. So you really need to work extensively on your recommender system of any of your platform, LinkedIn, Naukri, Apna.com, any platform wherever you're searching your job from. Second, if you want to know how you can pave your path towards this analytical role or a managerial role, upskill yourself with Excel, advanced Excel, very important. Make use of Excel to the utmost. Try to understand how you can make patterns, uh, line diagrams, that for say, like it's very important for you to understand trends, seasonalities, etc. Then, along with that, pivot tables, summary, conditional formatting, formulas. This is important. Excel is very important. Then, if you want to get into analytics, I'll just, because our session was more on analytics, I'll start with that only. Then, SQL, very important for you to know how to write queries. Dashboard, do some projects on dashboard publishing, Python, and then again, I'm just reiterating this. Get some hands-on with Kaggle and HackerRank, LeetCode. There are numerous platforms available for you. If some, I can write down as well. Uh,
One more question I had when you were talking about this recommender thing. Is there some keywords that you recommend like people
it,
use?
It does. So let's say I am kind of suggesting nowadays we even hear that our phones are hearing us. So you might have observed that whatever we are speaking, very same kind of a recommendation you get in next. If you're talking about houses, that you want to buy a house, maybe 99acres.com will give you some recommendation that, hey Siddharth, go ahead and buy a house in Hyderabad. Go ahead and buy a house in Bangalore. So it's about, if you've said buying a house, that's a keyword. Jobs, if you're talking about jobs in telesales, jobs in analytics, so these are the keywords that you can use uh, on LinkedIn, every platform, even this Google, the whole Google search engine optimization, it works on the keywords. We have a search engine optimization inbuilt with our Google as well. So yeah, they do work with keywords. And there's one technology I mentioned in my session. It is NLP, natural language processing, which helps you to do text analytics, which helps you to find out which are the keywords. And that's how organizations are leveraging and bringing out the keywords from whatever we type. Sometimes we write white casual t-shirts for women. Sometimes we even write a complete sentence. So organizations are filling in those, uh, finding out those keywords and filling their filter section with those keywords. That is why you might have seen in filter section, mostly there are keywords. And those keywords have come up only from what we've written in paragraphs or in sentences while they were building up their platforms. So that's how they've evolved. That's how they've done their analysis from the back end. Taxonomies, basically, they tell it as they've created taxonomies.
Correct, correct.
Yeah.
Great. I think with that we have come to the end of our time. Guys, Shubhanshi has dropped some platform names in the chat box. So
Yes.
if those who are viewing the recording, you can always check this. She has, I think, at least 4 times reiterated this.
That's because
Yeah. So, thank you so much. With that, we are coming to the end of today's session. Thank you so much, Shubhanshi, for joining us today and for sharing your expertise with us. I believe everyone might have found this session useful, and I think though it was a mute audience, we covered a lot of doubts and queries.
yes.
Thank you, everyone, for joining in and making this a successful session. A quick reminder, please do fill the feedback form that I've shared in the chat couple of times. It will help us improve these sessions and help us in planning the future sessions. You can also visit the Apna website, the link I dropped in the chat. Here you can find the recording of this session and also the other sessions that we organized in the past. You can also check upcoming events and register for them. You can register for these events in the Apna community. Like I said, we'll have these sessions every day. So tomorrow we'll be having it at 7 p.m. We hope to see you all in the next session. Thank you so much. Have a good afternoon. Have a good day. Thank you again, Shubhanshi.
Thank you, Siddharth. Thank you so much for inviting me, and have a great day, everyone. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Take care. Jace.
Bye. Take care. Take care, everyone.